Deputies!
Pause. Alley up. Come on then. Good boy. You're looking at Davy. I came in his name, I'm saved by his grace. By his grace, Agnes. I came in his name, I'm saved by his grace. 2,000 years ago he died on the cross so he could show you how to live your life without sin and without lies. The devil took him on a mountain top and offered him every kingdom. He would not stop. He said, Son of man, worship me. Come over, bend your knee. I said, I came in his name. I am saved by his grace. Surrounded himself with 12 good men, disciples is what we called them. There was Matthew, Mark, Luke and John, and they told the story after he was gone, how he was born and raised. It only took 3 days. In his name we are saved, but only by his grace. I came in his name. I am saved by his grace. Hey, Alpha. On the day you were born, God looked down at the place you lay. He took a deep breath and then he blew on his clouds, blew them away. And heaven and earth he built, it took him just 6 days. Took him twice as long to make that smile for your beautiful face. I said, Cause you're a natural girl. Tra-la-la-la-la. Sent a letter to Capris, they made a recipe for your eyes. Took the twinkles from the stars and placed them inside both your eyes. For me, for me, for me, for me. Cause you're a natural girl. Tra-la-la-la-la. I work for days and toil for hours and hours just to pay for your dress, all your wedding flowers. And your dress will be made from the finest silk threads. It will fluster the priest and turn every man's head as you grace the aisle with those curves and that smile, that smile. Because you are a natural girl with natural curves. I can't remember which verse I'm on. I'll work for days, I'll toil for hours and hours just to pay for your dress, all your wedding flowers. And your dress will be made from the finest silk threads. It will fluster the priest and turn every man's head as you grace the aisle with those curves and that smile, that smile. Cause you are a natural girl. And your veil will be handmade by nymphs. They blushed at your beauty when they caught a glimpse of your legs, your arms, your feminine charms, those charms. 'Cause you are a natural girl. Tra-la-la-la-la. Someone send a message to my father up above. Tell him I found this girl, the one I truly love, the one that he sent down from heaven up above. She fits me just like a glove. 'Cause you are a natural, actual girl. An actual girl. I climb the walls and clamber the highest steeple. At the top of my voice I'll sing to all the people. Found this girl I love, the one from above, above. 'Cause you are a natural girl. Tra-la-la-la. I'll write your name upon Venus, Jupiter, Mars. When you look up at night you'll see your name. It's written in the stars. 'Cause you're a natural girl. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell? Get you to trade your heroes for ghosts, hot ashes from trees, hot air from a cool breeze, cold coat with a change. Did you exchange a walk-on part in the wall for the lead role in a cage? How I wish you were here, 'cause we're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl, year after year, running over the same old ground. How we found the same old fears. I wish you were here. Budink! How y'all doing? Do you have a nice day on a non-spinning stationary flat earth plane? That's the back file, Peter. That's what you're looking for. Music window. No, I don't want to sign up. Thank you very much. Close. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. What you got in there? gets the sun in the daytime. She get the perfume in the dusk, and she comes on the night time with a honeysuckle musk, because she smells just like a rose. Faster, Peter. And she tastes just like a peach. There it is. She's got me walking where the wildlife goes. I'd do anything to reach her. She was made in heaven. Heaven's in this world. Oh, she was made in heaven. Heaven's in this world. Is this espresso love? I said I'm crazy for this girl. I'm just crazy for the girl. And she calls me just to talk. And she's a lover, and she's a friend of mine. She said, hey mister, you wanna take a walk in the Wild West End sometime? Because she got me feeling now. She got my espresso. I'm so in front of the auto cue. Die straight. Yes, I want everything. B. No, that one, isn't it? Dang it. Feels good cause it feels so good. Feels good cause, no. Feels good cause it feels so right. I was made to go with this girl just like a saxophone was made. Blowing. I messed the bridge up. I hate the bridges. And she can raise one eyebrow. She put a hand upon my hip, and I close one eye now. Got sweat upon my lips, and I'm in front of the auto cue again. Sweat upon a line. I surrender to this fever. I surrender to the will of the night. She loved me so tender, I gotta believe her. I said, express your love tonight. She was made in heaven. Heaven's in this world. Oh, she was made in heaven. Heaven's in this world. Is this espresso love? You said I'm crazy for this girl. I'm just crazy for the girl. Hey, Mr. Maestro. I said, pour some sugar on it. Hey, Mr. Maestro, express your love. Bink. Let's sing one from our Heavenly Father. I always said my Heavenly Father. Go on, let's do the old Johnny Cash. You can run on for a long time, run on for a long time. I said run on for a long time, but sooner or later God'll cut. It's gonna cut you down. I said sooner or later God'll cut gonna cut you down. Well, goodness gracious, let me tell you the news. My head's been wet by the midnight dew. I've been down on bended knee, talking to the man from Galilee. He spoke to me with a voice so sweet, swear I hit the shuffle of an angel's feet. And he called my name, my heart stood still. He said, Punch, go do my will. Go tell the long-tongued lie, go and tell that midnight rider, until the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter. I said, tell him that God's gonna he's gonna cut you down. Well, you can throw your rock, hide your hand, working in the dark against your fellow man. Sure as God made black and white, it's done in the dark will be brought into the light. Run on for a long time, run on for a long time. I said, keep running for a long time, but sooner or later God'll he's gonna cut you down. Thank you, Father. There's somebody about a sausage. Right. Let's make sure I'm sat in a good posture here. Oh my word. Sleepless night again. Oh, just had to knock the microphone, didn't you, Peter? I'm sorry about the noise. Bring the microphone back a bit. Can I still see the screen? I can. Give me that keyboard. Mouse. Right. Close that window. Go to the skull picture. There it is. Every single day I look at the human skeleton, particularly the faces. Can we see that at home? Is that square? It is. Every day we look at the human skeleton. Why? Because it's the greatest gift and clue that God left you to his existence. And what on earth is going on down here? Men have got bigger faces, look. It's a visual difference because the face fills the skull. We get a forehead. The woman's face does not fill the skull, so she gets a 5 head. Can you see that visual difference? She has rounded, close-set eyes with a small bridge in her nose, no brow bone. However, the man does have a brow bone. He has a big bridge in the nose. He's got rectangular, far apart eyes. Men have got bigger noses, bigger teeth, and wider dental arches. Square jaws to match the two, and we get a blockhead, or sometimes we call it a cannonball, because it's almost as wide as it is long. The woman's nowhere near as wide as it is long. She's widest in the hairline, giving her what we affectionately call the upside down egghead, because she's got a sloping jaw and a pointed chin. Excerpts of copyright material may, under circumstances, be quoted verbatim for purposes such as criticism, news reporting, teaching and research without the need for permission, form or payment to the copyright holder. Will open a window. Let me just go to my channel, copy and paste the stream. Bink, why is it not live? There it is. More payment to the copyright holder. Will open a window. Shh. Copy. And Twitty. Did I copy the right page? I did, didn't I? Yeah. Bink. Alley up. Marley, alley up. Today, mate. Alley up. Being a div for. Yeah, get off and get off. You big wet ears. Oh, he wants a cuddle. Is that what he wants? I can't deny you, can I? You big soppy dog. Yes. Yes. Is that a thank you for the biscuits and the sausage? Yes, I love you too. Yes, yes. Right. Doggy time done. You know what time it is? Yeah, exactly. Go and sit. Go on. Don't look at me like that. Thank you. Right, did it post? It did, and it got a picture. Monday Night Live. Back to class. Did the skulls, did that. Say hello to you all. Who was first in? It was Agnes. Alpha came second. I always said hello to Alpha. In a Jam, Rolly, Chris and Floppy. Welcome to the show. We're done. Let's come over to the bands. We're putting the band back together. Marvin Gaye, U2, The Clash, Nirvana. Did we get to Nirvana? Kurt Cobain. We'd already done him. Radiohead we did. Neil Young we done. Stevie Wonder. There you go. Stevie makes me wonder. Hello, Anna Susan. How you doing? I think we've done Stevie, haven't we? I'm sure I have. 1 second. I think I've done Stevie Wonder already. Marlowe. Dog hair. Yeah. Where are we? Paste. Stevie Wonder. Search. Yeah, we've already done her. Nice mints. She's not blind either. She catches a microphone. That's right, baby. We've done that one. Let's come back. Pink Floyd. Oh, I swear we've done Pink Floyd as well. Wait. Pink Floyd. No, I haven't. It's under the names, isn't it? Waters. Roger Waters. Roger Waters. I should bring one up. It's not bringing it up. I could have sworn I've done Pink Floyd. Maybe not. We'll do them now. Hello, Anna Susan, if I didn't say hello already. Where was we going? Oh yeah, Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd. Well, we might as well do these as a group. Who we got? Gilmore, Roger Waters, Sid Barrett, Richard Wright, Nick Mason. Look how close together Nick Mason's eyes are. Keith Noble, another Noble name. 3 Wright, the third sex right. The only way is Essex right. I don't think that'll have one. Who else is in this band? They're the main 3 really. Bob Kloss, lead guitar. Go on then, we'll have a quick look at these other ones. Nick Mason deserves a look just for the eyes and the name. And there we go. Let's play ball. First one up, David Gilmour. Give me your name. Copy. And paste. It's a funny old world, isn't it? Alright, David Gilmour first up, Pink Floyd. Got that soft, kissable Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt-ish look. It's the pink lips. Look at when she got older, look at the size of that bonce. Draw a line down and then across. She got no brow bone whatsoever, look. Tiny ears. She looks a bit like Lars Ulrich there. Does she not? Let's go back again. David Gilmour. Is it the Mission Bell? Mission Bell. Very telling album cover. Ready? There you go. Two faces become one, don't they? When you stare at it long enough. Two faces become one. Hidden in plain sight. The Mission Bell. Let's go back. And it's always like the, look at this. It's like the showing you where you live, look. All the stars, the firmament. It is literally like the showing you where you live, look. Mocking you to your face. All these people that go to these concerts don't see it. Sun and the moon, look, they're just, it's right there. Let's go back. It's a long-faced woman. Again. The arched eyebrows are a dead giveaway as well. Look at the arched eyebrows because there's no brow bone there. She got big hips, look. Chicken nom nom thighs. What, you kidding me? I don't expected just a few gates, David. AI. I'm telling you, it's been in. What we got there? From Flamingo. It's a nice one. Straight-legged husband next to him. Oh, we're done. As we tiptoe through the tulips. Pink Floyd absolutely tiptoeing through the tulips, look. Is that another one? It's Offset. He's a big fellow on the right. There's your Flamingo. There's another full mince. I love that tulip twist. There's your full mince, look. There's your Flamingo. Knees together, knees apart, look. Broken leg. But not here. Straight legs. Let's come back. I love that. Oh, there you go. Game over. Absolute game over. The man is trying to cross his legs over, look. But the real woman is there. She's got a whole hip is twisted, look, and her shoulders tilted. But not there. Parallel, parallel. Even though he's left his leg behind, his hips are still parallel. Same here, look. Parallel hips. Almost parallel, but not here. Offset. Let's go back. That should be enough, right? That's bread and butter right there. Bread and butter. Is that another one there? Is that you walking the dog? Because that was a nice one. Where was it? Bink. As we tiptoe through the tulips. And again. She's walking through her own woods. Have you got your own woods? Has any one of you got your own woods? I'm not talking about a public park. I'm talking about your own woods. But it can be said of all famous people. The Beatles. John Lennon's the only one not mincing. That would have been so nice if all four of them were mincing, wouldn't it? But we got three of them. Ringo, Paul, whatever you want to believe about that one. And George. All of them. Girls in disguise, look. So Pink Floyd. Clues in the name. Pink. That looks like the whole band. It bloody well is. There's our girl, I do believe, with Diamond. There's a full mince there. I don't know who that is. There's another. That looks like a full mincer. It is. And then two marching men behind him. The husbands and the... What do they call them? Wives and girlfriends. Wags. And again, David Gilmour with a tilted shoulders and the absolute mince. And again, right there, game over. David Gilmour is biologically female, proven by the hips, the tic-tac for a skull. My brother loves Pink Floyd. For any Pink Floyd fan out there who says this is impossible, it's not. It's happened. It's done. It's whether or not you can see that Gilmour's telling you. They put it on the album covers, look. The Burning Man. Shaking hands with the devil. David Gilmour's a Gale. Final answer. Pink Floyd. Let's go home. Post is Gilmour should be there. She is. David Gilmour. Paste. With plenty of gates and a stair fail. Where's that picture? There it is. Right there. Stair fail. Game over. Let's come back. There's Gilmour. Let's get rid of Gilmour. Let's go on to the next one. Roger Waters, the next famous one. Long face. Reminds me of Richard Branson. Never trust a man whose eyes are too close together. Images. Ozzy. Ozzy looks like a right grandma there, doesn't she? She looks like her turkey teeth have slipped. She reminds me of Pete Townsend when she was young. The long face of a woman look. Close to eyes. Neil from The Young Ones. Ooh. The long face of a woman. And as she got older, it doesn't fill out. I'm seeing Nikolai Tesla there. It's them cheekbones. Oh, I didn't put Roger Waters in the back file. 1 second. Bye bye, David. Paste Roger Waters. Oh, can't be a div for. Copy. Try again. David Gilmour. Bye. Paste. Roger Waters. Searching. Right, what's it? Searches for old Roger here. We'll go after the gates. If she's got any. Oh, she must have. I've done her. Ooh, I need your love, babe. I guess you know it's true. Ooh, do, 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 do. Just 'cause I love you. Oh, we're done. Oh, no. Is she standing? Still a posture, though. Knees apart. It's not very good. Do you think she minds getting on public transport? Do you think she's paid to do it? Do 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 do. Ski whiff. Look at that shoulder tilt. I know she's carrying a bag, but that's the way a woman looks. Arms akimbo coming out of Asda's. Is that you at the front? Who is it? I don't know, but she's got a mince on by the look of it. It's very feminine. Roger Waters. Where's your gates, Roger? Roger? Are there any Wodgers here today? Any Wadwicks? Yeah, Stiffy Meat. Is that them there? No, Coachella. Female posture. And the worms ate into his brain. The worms, eh? Satan's a worm, apparently. Worm means Satan, doesn't it? Parasite. Who's that? Because that is a right flamingo foot. I don't know who that is. Barman Gabadi's latest, the Four Wells. Well, just on that broken leg there, I say female. Roger Waters. absolutely no gates. Let's try street rail quickly. Question is, has Google been in and swept up and cleaned up? Standing, no good. Standing. Oh, there's a knees apart. Look at this thing! I don't know which is funnier. David Gilmour's hips. Honestly, he looks like he's got robo hips in. Or this gentleman here, that gentleman there with the square jawline and that extra long arm. I mean, for a girl, David Gilmour's got quite big hands, but what is going on in the hip department there, innit? That is a very strange body, innit? And then look at that plank. I think that person there noticed. She's got a very confused look on her face. That is... What is going... I'm taking that picture for training purposes. Save image. She's walking like she's cacked herself. That's what it is. Because in reality, if that was a man, it should be walking like this fella here. Straight lines. But you've not got straight lines. Like you got sloping shoulders, arms akimbo, and those... what I can only describe as robo hips. Motivating her to walk. Let's have a look at this one. She's got some very strange looking arms, hasn't she? Big hands. For a woman, she's got huge hands. Mind you, Gilmour's tall, right? A very tall girl. Yeah. Waters, I meant, not Gilmour. Waters. Roger Waters. I can't find any more gates. Let's see what we've got in our back file. David Gilmour. Yeah, I said post. There we go. Open back file. Oh, we've got a couple. Oh, there we go. We didn't see any of those gates. Not one of them, did we? We didn't see any of those gates. Roger Waters, I swear down, AI's cleaning them up. And those hips again, look. I've made a statement here about them. Let's have a look at those hips. Let's have a look at that hip picture. That one. I want spandex.
You looking for any kind of clothes in particular?
Spandex! All spandex!
Right, where are we? Roger Waters done next. Sid Barrett. I think I've done Sid Barrett as well. Bink. Paste. Sid Barrett. Right, let's search. This is the least famous one for me. I don't even know who Sid Barrett was. The amount of people said to me, Sid Barrett. Because I knew who Roger Waters and David Gilmour are, but Sid Barrett meant nothing to me, but apparently. Is he a guitarist? She a guitarist? Sid Barrett's got really soft eyes. Beautiful eyelashes. Soft jawline. Is that her now? I've skull checked that picture. Apparently there's gates in that shot. In that t-shirt somewhere. We'll have a look in a second. Sid Barrett. See, the lesser members of any band, only like the die-hard fans know who we're looking at. I've got no idea who Sid Barrett is. There's hardly any pictures of her anyway, look. Walking. There's one, in line, wrong angle, but it's there. It's an in line, it's a heel and toe, look. Got there. It's another heel and toe, perfect tightrope walker. Is that the gait I've got? Yeah, that's a woman. She's creating diamonds. There's a beautiful, as we tiptoe through the tulips and shoulder tilt. Syd Barrett bites the big one. Did I put you in the back file, Sid? I did. And we're done. Let's add Sid to this list. David Gilmour's hips. Roger Waters' hips, sorry. That one, Syd Barrett. That skull goes in like a glove. Look at it. Absolute perfect shot. I love it when they're bald. I really do. When they're bald, that's it. They've got no chance. Tweet. Let's come back. Syd Barrett. See you later. Right, these are the less known ones. I very much doubt I've even got them in the back file. Let's have a look. Rick Wright. It's not even worth looking, I don't think. We've covered the main three out of Pink Floyd. But if I don't do it, who will do it? Yeah. Right, I'll do it. That real long top lip look, the Cupid's bow and Filtrum's really been messed with. It's like a car crash on that top lip. Look at the eyelashes. Again, she makes me feel so young. It reminds me of Mr. Bean. Rowan Atkinson. I've seen a young Rowan Atkinson there. FTM face. This one's got no pictures. I'm going to go straight to walking because I am wasting my time here with these nobodies. Yeah. Is that Pink Floyd? Because if it is, look at the state of this. Oh, they're all tarts. Look at them. Oh, it's a different group. It's a different group that she was in. Absolute bunch of mincers. Yeah, wasting my life here. Pink Floyd. Did the main three. Who's this? Nick Mason. She deserves a look just for the name, doesn't she? Son of Man Code. Absolutely no brow bone. Arching eyebrows, look. Draw a line down across. She's got coffee bean, open eyes, look. No cheekbones. Big ears for a woman, but... And then again, jawbone. None of. Chances of getting Nick Mason's gait? Slim to nothing. Walking. Oh, maybe. Maybe. I could be wrong. There's one. There's a young one too. Heel and toe lot. Absolutely tightrope walking. What we got here? Is that him? It is. Straight-legged. Look at the neck on that dude. Massive ears as well. Straight-legged man. Giveaway. There's another one here. Nick Mason. Do you know what? I've done Nick Mason because I've seen that picture before. Let me put that name in the back file route. Go back. Boring. Let me put that name in the back. There we go. Copy. There was no Rick Wright. I knew there wouldn't be. I've definitely done this one now. Nick Mason. Because I've seen that picture before. It looks like Louis Walsh. He reminds me of Louis Walsh. Is that Camilla Parker B? Oh, it was in that one as well. I didn't even notice the dude. I didn't even notice the big old stout dude. Queen of England. King of England, sorry. Well, he's rubbing shoulders with Camilla Parker B. What's going on? Who's that? Oh, it's the husband. He's 20 years, he's 30 years younger than Nick, you dirty old sausage. Honestly, can you imagine it? Until the cows come home, Nick Mason's a tart. proven by his husband's llama-like neck. Nick Mason, come on, find it, because I know it's been done. Or it's in the back file waiting to be done. Oh my gosh, it can't be that far back. I did it recent. Well, not recently. There it is. Nick Mason. I knew I'd done this one. Paste. There's another one from the group. All the same gates almost. That's the one there. Look, I said I'd done it. Mnemonic. I've got a mnemonic memory. There it is. Done. Nick Mason. And then the final one. Keith Noble. Chances are slim to bloody nothing. Let's go straight to walking and see what we got on Keith Noble. Images. Yeah, not happening. Right, close window. That's Pink Floyd done. Let me cut them out. Send this one back. Somewhere around here. Pink Floyd, that'll do. How long was it? 22 minutes. The whole band in 22 minutes. Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd. Create. Done. Luke Littler. There's no gates. I swear there's no gates. Luke Littler. Luke Littler. English darts player. Images. Walking. And there's nothing. Absolutely nothing. Zilch. Nada. We've been here before. You're not paying attention in class. Literally nothing. Do, 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 do. Na 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 na. Street. Look at them chicken nom-noms. She's pear-shaped. She's got short arms. She tilts when she walks. Oh my gosh, Luke Littler, who broke your feet? Who broke your feet, Luke? Look at the size of that chicken leg. Papa's got a sweet suit tonight, Luke. I'm still asking about for a friend. Who broke your feet, mate? Luke Littler. That must be Mummy, I'm sure. Nice mints. He's got a flamingo, or should I say she, which means that'll be a bloke there. That looks like Tyrone out of Coronation Street. That's Luke Littler. Luke Littler. Is that his dad? That's got to be his dad, surely. He's got kids involved. Even the little ones won't start playing darts. Right there. Inline footfall. Chicken nom-nom thighs. And again, look at the size of those thighs. Inline, heel and toe. Inline, look. There's no space there. And the face. It's where do you want me to start? Open eye sockets, tiny ears, draw a line down and then across. Small mouth. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a woman. Ignore the beard. Ignore the beard and you've got a bald woman lot. She's got the same haircut as Adolf Hitler. And one more for good measure. Ski whiff, shoulder tilt, arm akimbo. She's a girl, final answer. Luke Littler. Have I got this one? I think I have. Because we've already done her. Luke Littler. In here. Luke L should find it out. Luke L search. Hello, Tubbs. It's searching. Whilst it searches, we will cut Luke Littler out. And do the next one. Oops. Luke Littler. Create. Right, that's that one done. Let's check we've got him in the back file. That one and this one, and there we go. What we got? We got loads of Lukes. Luke Jefferson, Luke Kirby. Maybe we haven't got Luke Littler. I thought we did. Luke Bryant. I could have sworn I've done Luke Littler, and I've used those gates. Yeah, there she is. We've used some of those gates. Luke Littler. That, look at those rounded eyes. That skull. That skull goes right in there like a glove. Do you hear me? Like a glove. Till the cows come home. There are people out there that'll tell you that skull checking doesn't work. Oh, but it does when you get good at it. Tweet. They just want you to concentrate on the gate, and it's a proven point. The gate is the #1 identifying marker. But when you don't have gates, you've got to come back to this. And if you don't know how to spot the skulls, you're dependent upon the gates only. There was a time when I was dependent upon the gates only to prove it, because I wasn't as good as I am now at spotting these faces. That, in real life, that's not passing, is it? You all know that, right? It's not passing any of you because of the soft eyes, the small triangle, the tiny ears, the bellowing forehead, or as we like to call it, the 5-head. It's not passing. Open a new window. Close. Where were we? Pink Floyd. Elvis Costello. Elvis Costello, eh? EC 33. Elvis Costello. Right, egghead. Straight away. See, you can tell just by looking at the forehead. Draw a line down and across. You can see it for yourself. Elvis Costello. We are delving in images. Let's take the back file. That's about it. Paste. Elvis Costello. Searching. It reminds me of Bricktop. Do you know what nemesis means? A righteous infliction of retribution manifested by an appropriate agent. Shut up about my head. It is normal. It is a nice head. It does not look like a sodding tic-tac. He looks like Buddy Holly as well. That's a lovely letter. Look at those Mickey Mouse ears. Look at the shape of those Mickey Mouse ears. Because a woman is widest in the skull line. I don't know how many times I have to show you this. She's widest in the skull line, and her head, look at these lines at the side. They bellow outwards and they create Mickey Mouse ears in the bellowing skull. You don't get it with a man because our heads draw inwards, not outwards. Elvis Costello. They don't care. He looks like Hank Marvin out the shadows as well, doesn't he? Bow, 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 bow. Apache. It's an egghead. Final answer. Elvis Costello. Without a shadow of doubt, is a woman. Look how far that hair recedes. Look. Mickey Mouse shapes in the hairline. Egghead. Do you see it yet? Widest in the hairline, narrow in the cheeks, narrowest at the chin. It's a woman's skull. Final answer. Is that his boyfriend? Let's have a look at his boyfriend. Explain the foreheads to me like I'm 4 years old. Go on. Because I know if I draw a short line down and then get a wide, that's a man. And if I get a long down and a short wide, I've got a woman. And I can do this with all celebrities. They're all married to absolute monsters of women. Huge, massive women. No, I won't be quiet, Elvis. Why did they all do this? Why did they all do this? Shh, what secret? What secret is it that they've got that they don't want you to know about? Well, it's given away by the way they walk. It's given away by the size of the forehead. It's given away by the distance in their eyes. I love forensics. I truly do. It shatters all boundaries. It shows you exactly who the liars are, and there's absolutely millions of them. Elvis Costello walking, and they've been doing it for eons, maybe even millennia, if the timeline's correct. Elvis Costello is an absolute female tart in disguise. Right there, look. Inline footfall, game over. Second one. We got any more Elvis? Female Bigfoot. That's a nice one. Look at the size of the dude on the right. No shoulder tilt, look. Elvis has got the shoulder tilt, but his husband doesn't. It was hidden in plain sight. And sometimes the camera catches what a newbie would say. Oh, no, look, straight legs. But they're not straight legs, look. Look how that caves in. There's your diamond. You may get the odd shot that may look like it's male. But the majority of all pictures are going to show big thighs, ski with legs and feet, look. Twisted hips, tilted shoulders. All the way to the bank. Elvis Costello. Fails forensics. It's a girl. EC is 33 in the old Shimantria. Luke Littler. Elvis Costello. There she is. I don't be cruel to a heart that's cruel. Elvis Costello. Wrong Elvis, Peter. I don't want nobody else. Baby, go to blue. 5 minutes, perfect. Paste, Elvis Costello. EC 33 father. Let's come back to class. Let's close that window. See you later, Elvis. Next. Elvis goes Bob Marley. Oh, Bob Marley. Have we done Bob Marley? 2 first names. No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. Bob Marley. 2 first names. Bob Marley. Search. Of course it's been done, Peter. Let's come back. Oh, why did you close that? Bob Marley been done. Van Morrison. Son of Man code. Van Morrison is 3 husbands. When you get to the last one, you're just like, oh my gosh, mate. Van Morrison. On the bright side of the road. What's that picture? It's catching my attention. She's got no chin whatsoever. My dad loved Van Morrison. Turns out he was a tart and the world's flat, Dad. Your eldest son was, well, your eldest son to this wife was absolutely spot on. knocked it out the park, didn't I, Father? Now you know the truth. If you're listening, Mum and Dad, I'm sorry. I hope you can forgive me. Walking. Van Morrison stiffing me on Gates. And there's that Stones picture. How many times do we see here mincing? It pops up all the time. Van Morrison stiffing me. Is that a gate there, Van Morrison? It is, but it's not a good one. It's broken leg. He's got some big feet, though. Your husband there, he's got a big skeleton. What am I on about? He's got no gates. Wait a second. Yeah, we've got to look at the husbands, I'm telling you. I think that last one is an absolute belter. There's no gates. Van Morrison. Stiffing, mate. I hope I've got Van Morrison. I hope I've got him in the back file. Son of Man Code. Copy. Image. Back file. Elvis Costello. We've already done it. That one. Paste. Van Morrison. Away it goes. I did cut out Elvis. There, yeah. Right. It's searching for Van Morrison. I've definitely done her. But she's got no gates. Wife. Let's have a look at the wife. Or should I say, wife. It's the last one in particular. He's got a noggin like one of those alien greys that you see. He's a big fella, isn't he? Could your eyes get any close together, Van Morrison? Look at the male cheekbone. The large, low-set ear. He's a big fella, this one, isn't he? Look. He towers over Van Morrison. He's got a big face. That's one of the other husbands. One of the ones you weren't happy with. There's another one with big cheeks, look. Big, massive, bowling. Size of them cheekbones. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. And there's another one, look. He's got big cheekbones as well. For a girl, like. Oh my gosh. Could you not get one with any smaller titties than that, Van? Oh my gosh. The next one's going to have big baps. Oh, that's a belter. That looks like Jerry Springer. Oh, it's Eric Clapton. Look at that five head. Close set coffee bean eyes. Van Morrison. He picked a big one, didn't he? Is that another one? Michelle will always love Van Morrison. That's a big head, isn't it? There's an Adam Rappel in there somewhere. Yeah, we're done. Van Morrison, what's that back file saying? Do. Oh. What have we got there? We've got a couple of there. Let's take... Oh, there we go. Van Morrison with gates. Strangely enough, we didn't see any of those gates, did we? Van Morrison. Son of Man Code. Inline. Inline. Inline flamingo. Inline. It looks like Jasper Carrot in the pictures. Let's come back. I'm tempted to do that skull check again. That is an old picture. There was no new gates though, were there? Did we do street? I think we did do street, didn't we? Street. I swear I've done it. Street. Airport. No, that's it. Right, Van Morrison. You can join the hit list. There you go. Come over here. Educate. Cut that one out. There we go. Wait, is that the right place? Yeah, Elvis Costello. Van Morrison. There. Paste. Van Morrison, Son of Man code. Create. Close. Open. Next. Aretha Franklin. 2 first names. You better think about what you're trying to do to me, yeah. Think. Let yourself be free. Let's go back, let's go way back when. Let's take your name, Aretha. Slap you in that back file. Paste. Away it goes. Let's have another one. I guess we can start there. Short, wide. There's your first problem. The head comes inwards, look. You see by the lighting, look at the head coming inwards. Exactly what I expect to see on the male skull. It coming inwards. The light coming inwards like this. But on a woman, it bellows outwards. But on this person, it's definitely coming inwards, right? Is that mummy and daddy? I think it might be. He looks like someone there, and I can't think who it is. And don't say Aretha Franklin, because it is Aretha Franklin. No, I can't think who it looks like. It looks like someone though. Right, Aretha Franklin. Searching. Oh, let's do a skull check. Short, sloping forehead, wide set eyes with a brow bone. Widest at the cheeks, look. Follow the light, look. The light shows you that it's widest in the cheekbones, look. A big mouth. They feminise the chin. The ears look low set if that's an earring, and that's an earring. And we're done. And I'm out of pictures. On Aretha Franklin, really, I swear down, AI's cutting all the gates out, bitches. Is that Aretha there? It is, but it's no good to me. You better think about what you're trying to do to me. Let's go back, let's go way back when. I don't think that, oh, is that him? On Sesame Street? That's Aretha Franklin on Sesame Street, is it really? Won't you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? Aretha Franklin absolutely stiffing me. How can Aretha Franklin not have any gates? It's like one of the biggest male soul singers in the world. James Brown is not the male soul singer. That's why she could do the splits. Get up, get on up, get up, get on up. Get on the scene like a sex machine. Walking. Street. Gonna stiff me again, aren't you? Unbelievable. Aretha Franklin absolutely stiffing me on gates. Let's see if she's in the back file, folks. Oh, she is. And there's gates. There's only a couple though. Oh no, there's a few. Paste. Aretha Franklin, 2 first names, fails forensics. Let's bring those gates up because we couldn't find them. There's 3 of them. 3 male gates. That's the belter right there. He's got big feet. Look at the length of that trainer. What size foot do you think Aretha Franklin is? Just looking at the length of that shoe. Aretha Franklin. It's dude. I'm playing CSI. Oh, what's that one? Oh, it's the chinny chin chin. I sure have a big chin. Yep, so do I. Let's close that window. Open a new one. Cut Aretha out. And we're good to go. 5 minutes again, fast. Paste. Aretha Franklin. Done. Next. Bink. Bosh. Aretha Franklin. Talking Heads. Ooh, Talking Heads. Psycho Killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Better. Run, run. Run, run, run away. Members. That's what we're looking for. David Byrne, obviously on the list. Tina Weymouth, never heard of him. Jerry Harrison, son of Man Code. And I don't think we need the acoustic drummer or the guitarist. I think we'll just go with those. Who have we got? We've got this one and 2 others. Right, we'll go with these. Jerry Harrison, son of Man Code. Close set features, no jawbone. No brow bone. They've both got small faces. That one's got a really small face, though, right? Draw triangles on them both, and that one, I know that one's smaller, but they're both still small triangles. I don't think this one's going to have gates. This is the least known in the band. Let's have a look. Walking. Yeah, this one's got no chance. It's just a skull check. Literally got no pictures. The long face, the rounded, open eye socket of a woman. Same here, look, missing cheekbones, open eye sockets, arched eyebrows. Jerry Harrison. Is that the right person? Let me just go back. Talking Heads. Well, let's get rid of that. Tina Weymouth. Put you in the back file. Psycho Killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est? What's the one with the same as it ever was? Water running underneath us. Truth in plain sight in the songs. I can't remember what the song's called. Watching the world go by. Water flowing underground. Water flowing underground. Like in the Willy Wonka film. Tina Weymouth, I don't think he's going to have any gates. He's got a big chinny chin though. And neckline. Ugly. Which one of them? Oh, booger. Get off. Which one of them has got a wider face? Who's got wider eyes? Who's got a wider face, look? Who's got a square jaw? Look at that square jawline. And then look at that sloping, upside down egg with a pointed chin. Are you following this yet? We're looking at Tina Weymouth. I don't think this one's got any gates. Byrne's going to be the one we do. Walk in. Yeah, he's got nothing. He's not famous. Get rid. This is the one that counts. No, David Byrne. This is the one that counts. Images. What do you think they was trying to tell us in that picture? How small are those hands? How short are his arms? Is that your boyfriend? getting married to Mail order bride, Marla Gaunkar. I can't imagine where he's from. He looks slightly Asian, maybe Indian. Marla, I don't know where that name comes from. David Byrne, What the actual? What am I looking at? What's going on? What's going on? Why? Don't tell me I'm laughing at someone who's a flick. No, it's not, because David Byrne's got this bumhole for a chin put in. Surely that's some sort of, what is this? David Byrne and St. Vincent. This person's called St. Vincent. Love this giant. That was weird. That was weird. It caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting that. We're looking at one-eyed symbolism. David Byrne from Talking Heads. Watching the days go by. Water flowing underground. She's got no gates, the bitch. Or Google's hiding them. Did I take your name? Give me that name, David Byrne. I'm going to place you into this back file. There's no Tina Weymouth. I wasn't expecting one, I've got to be honest with you. Back again. And then we're here. Yeah. Over here. Nothing. David Byrne walking. That's not you. Dublin footballer. She's got some funny thighs, hasn't she? There's my girl, though. They're right there, I do believe. David Byrne, Talking Heads. Full mints. That's lovely. Right there. It's the gate. And then I'm out of pictures, really. Watching the days go by. One gate, David Byrne. Wind up. What's the back file saying? David Byrne. Apparently, I've got 4 gates. It looks like 4 gates. Wait, did I cut Aretha Franklin out before I go anywhere? I did. Let's come back to that one. There we go. Tweeties. And let's pop David Byrne button up there. Paste. That's the only gate we saw, wasn't it? That one. Didn't see this one. Didn't see that one. And we definitely didn't see that one. 4 gates, David Byrne. Gotcha. Five minutes. Yep, David Byrne. Create. Done. Close. Next. Open. Talking Heads. The Smiths. The Smiths. The Smiths. I don't know who the Smiths are. I gotta be honest with you. The Smiths. Oh my gosh! Oh, it's Morrissey. Who's that though? Look at the size of that. That is that right there, sunshine. That right there, sunshine. That right there. That is a an absolute diesel of a jawline. That ain't passing. I swear down, if that came up to you in the street, there's no way that's passing, is it? It literally looks like a satellite dish. A satellite dish on shoulders. Let's open up Morrissey. Johnny Marr. Andy Rourke. Mick Joyce, 2 first names. Who's this dude here? Open another link. Apparently, this person's name is not coming up. Alright, so look. Images. Oh, let's get rid of that one. and begin the legacy with Morrissey. Copy. David Byrne. Get rid of David Byrne, paste Morrissey. Away it goes. Morrissey. Long face, wide face. Who is this? War and Peace. Jack Loudon transforms into Morrissey for his biopic. That's not Morrissey. That bloody well looks like Morrissey. Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be... we'll go with that for your face, Morrissey. Mickey Mouse ears in the hairline. Widow's Peak clinging on. It's a long down and a short wide. Pink lips, deep philtrum, high set ears. Fake jawline, of course. Once in a lifetime, water flowing underground. Same as it ever was. Stiffing me. It is stiffing me. Stephen Patrick Morrissey. Is that his name? Stephen Patrick Morrissey. They'll just call him Morrissey. Walking. Oh, what's going on there? Like, oh, sweet baby Jesus. Today's word is titties till the cows come home. Oh my gosh, she's just a transformer with her baps out. Nana, you dirty old mare. Do you know how old you are? Oh my, look at this for Morrissey. Absolutely stiff, walking, nothing. Literally nothing. How is that possible? How has Morrissey got no gaits? Street. I swear down, AI's removing them. It bloody well is, you know. Morrissey back file. Dink. Bush. Wait, did I upload David Byrne? I did. Come back. Morrissey back file. Do you know what? That is an old meme, but I can't even find those gates anymore. 1, 2, 3 gates. 4 if you class that one as well. Morrissey. That is an old meme, that is. Where were those gates though? That's the question. Why did it not show those 3 gates? It should have shown them. Morrissey. Final answer. Post. Let's come back. Let's get rid of that Morrissey. Let's bring the next one up. What's his name? Johnny Marr. I think we've done Johnny Marr. Name rings a bell. Back file. Copy and paste. Search. This is away it goes. Right, let's go after, what's his name? Johnny Marr. Images. He looks like Noel Gallagher there to me. Old Noel Gallagher. There is nothing new under the sun. Not even a haircut. Johnny Marr. We'll take that one as your face, Johnny. Open eye sockets, look, closer eyes. It's a long face, a sloping jaw, a rounded soft chin. No trachea, no Adams. Johnny Marr. Again, looking like Noel Gallagher. Where was that picture? Right there. Seen Al Pacino as well. Do you know what I think it is? I think it's dyed hair on an old lady that I'm seeing that reminds me of him. You know, when someone's at a certain age and they shouldn't have that colour hair. Or most people don't, do they? I mean, we just let it go grey, you know. In my case, silver. Where am I? Johnny Marr. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, pictures again. Walking. One gate, Johnny Marr. It's a nice gate though, isn't it? Is that another one there? No, it looks like Morrissey. That was a nice hip shot right there. You caught my eye, chicken nom nom nom. And we're done. Johnny Marr, are you in the back file? Yes, she is. And you gotta excuse me, but where are all those gates? That's the only one that showed. Look at all these gates missing. Johnny Marr. I swear down, AI's removing walk-in pictures. He looks like Bill Wyman out of the Rolling Stones as well, doesn't he? I can't get no satisfaction, but I try. Mick Joyce, 2 first names. I don't think Mick or Joyce is going to have gates, but we'll have a look quickly. Images. Your husband's got some big cheeks and jawbone, hasn't he? You got a sloping face. Why? Those ears are big for a girl. Those ears are spammed. Testosterone. Can't control it, can you, Mick? No. Oh my gosh. Look at that for a basin head. Oh, we're so done. Draw a line down and across. Mick Joyce walking. It's not happening. Who was this? The Smiths. Yeah, we're done. Let's cut that out. The Smiths. Morrissey. I'll put Morrissey as well in there. The Smiths. Morrissey. The Smiths. Morrissey. And then the Smiths. The Smiths. There you go. Create. Done. Next. The Birds. The Birds. The Birds. The Birds. Rock band. American rock band. Gene Parsons, son of Mancode. Gene Clark, 2 first names. Chris Hillman, son of Mancode. Graham Parsons, son of Mancode. DC, David Crosby. DC, Devil's Child. Roger McGuinn is the only one I can't do it with. Who is this? The Birds. Oh, I don't know. Who should I go for? David Crosby. Is that from Crosby, Nash and whatever? Right, let's have a quick look at some of these. I don't think I need to go for all of them. We'll put 5 up there, but we'll just go after the main ones. Roger McGuinn is the main one, so let's have a look at the back file. The Birds. Pop that one in there. Paste. Roger McGuinn. Peter Frampton. Who's that? Images. Roger McGuinn. Oh, she's got a 5 head. We're done. Draw a line down and across. Look at the rounded, open eye sockets. No cheekbones. Sloping, rounded, soft jawline. My head does not look... That's a squashy face. Does not look like a sodding Tic Tac. There you go. Roger McGuinn. That's a big set of hips. Plenty of Getty seals on her. No gates again. Usually you find a few on the way down. Walking, Roger McGuinn. No, this ain't happening. The Beards ain't happening. If that's the main character and I can't find his gates, hair gates, oh, we're done. Backfile, no chance. I'm telling you now, it's not there. Working on it. It's not there. Stop lying. Roger McGuinn, bye. David Crosby might be there, though, from if it's Crosby, Steels and Nash. When's the last time you grew a moustache like that, Peter?
Never!
Because I'm a bloke. Line down and across, open eye sockets. Look at those beautiful eyelashes. Close set eyes, game over. Where's your trachea? Where's your Adam's apple? Why have you got Mickey Mouse's ears in your hairline? Why have you got no clavicles? David Crosby. Why are you walking like an Egyptian? As above, so below. As above, so below. It's a woman with a fuzzy wuzzy moustache. He looks a bit like Hulk Hogan on crack. Oh, that is an absolute FTM. Look at the state of that chrome domium. Till the cows come home. Long down, short wide. Has she got any gates? David Crosby. Let's see if you're in the back file first, David. If you give me that name, copy. Let's go walking. Open up that one. This one. Get rid of Roger McGuinn because he's not in there. I knew you wasn't. David Crosby. This one might be here though. I say that, but then there's no gates lot. It might not be here. Mind you, it might be AI hiding it. If it's the right one, I've already done it. Crosby, Steels and Nash. Nothing on walking. Let me open up this ready to go just in case we have got a back file. Still working on it. I don't think she's here. I don't think there's any gates. It could be an old meme though. Usually when it takes this long, it's a very old meme. There might be one. I don't think there is. David Crosby. Walking. Let's try streets. Street. Yeah, it's done. It's not happening. The Birds, they're just not famous enough apparently. David Crosby, let's get rid of that picture, that character. Graham Parsons is the next one. Let's see if we've got Crosby in the back file. Oh, you gotta explain to me like I'm 4 years old. Why are these gates? Look at that beautiful mince. Why are these like that? Skull fits like an absolute glove. Skulls are totally reliable when skull checked by an honest man. A real natural. I'm a real boy. A real boy. David Crosby. Final answer. DC code. Devil's Child. The Birds. Let's come back. Graham Parsons. Let's take your name. The name Graham Parsons rings a bell like Crosby did. Let's have a look. Paste. Graham Parsons. Let's see if it comes up. Images. Is this a soft eyes? Can't grow a moustache. Chest of the millennium attack. Because you know I can't stand them. I really can't. God's got a special room in hell for people like you. Is that Graham Parsons? A small female denture, soft eyes, no jawbone look, from skin to chin look. Graham Parsons. I'll tell you what she's not got gates. Walking. And there's nothing there. There is literally no gates for Gram Parsons. Maybe that one. It's in line, but it's offset. No good. Let's open up that. Let's open up that and see if we've got Gram Parsons in the back file. Oh my gosh, where are these gates? Tell me, where are these gates? Gram Parsons. Son of Man Code. Gram Parsons by Gene Clark. 2 first names. There's no way this one's in the back file. I know it, and I don't even know why I'm copying that name out. Images. I'm just going to go straight to walking because I think I'm wasting my life. And I am. The others didn't have it, so I didn't expect to see it on this one. That one's no good. Who's the next one? He's a Parsons. He might have one. No, it's Chris Hillman. Son of Man Code. Copy. We'll check. I don't think she's going to be there. Paste. Chris Hillman. Away it goes. Kevin Kelly. 2 first names. Clarence White. CW23 father. Alright, Chris Hillman. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's not happening. No chance. I thought that was the end of pictures. Oh, it is the end of pictures. It's not happening. I'll give you a school check. That's a woman. Pink lips. Look at those pink lips. Never trust a man whose eyes are too close together. She's got no brow bone. It's a long down with a short wide. We're done. It's not. I'm not even going to put gates in. It's not worth it. That's the birds. Let me cut the birds out. The birds. The birds. And who did we do there? Gram Parsons or David Crosby? We'll put David Crosby as the name in that. Crosby. Done. Let's come back to class. Peter Frampton. I don't even know what that is. I don't know any of them songs. Frampton. Copy. Back file. Paste. Right, away it goes. Frampton. Oh, Chris Rea. That's who we're going to do. As if I forgot to do that one, Jane. Thank you very much. I knew I had one to do tonight, and I just couldn't remember who it was. She died, didn't she? Age what? 72? Yeah, well. God's going to deal with you now, isn't he? Peter Frampton. Oh, look. Truth in plain sight. Everybody wears masks, metaphorically speaking. Peter Frampton. Backfire, what are you saying? Still looking for it. That means there's no gate, so it's an old one. Walking. There's one there, Peter Frampton. And that's it. Yeah. Let's try street. Yeah, he's got no gates. She's got no gates. That's your lot right there. Proof she's a girl. My back file says I've got 2 Peter Framptons and they've both got that gate right there. And that's your lot. Peter Frampton, not famous. Peter Frampton. That's the one we want, Chris Rea. Let's put your name in the back. We know someone called Rea, don't we? Bradley Rea. Bradley Rea. The only male boxer in English boxing. Lies! Paste. Chris Rea. She looks like the Jezebel. Stick a ginger beard on it and it looks like the Jezebel. Images. Chris Rea, I'm going to need that name in the back file. Silly. Copy. Paste. Oh, it's already doing it. Away it goes. We're looking at Chris Rea. Who are these two? Incredible gift Chris Rea gave wife Joan when singer discovered he had cancer. Oh, is that what they're saying she died of? Is it? It just prolongs the spell that Chris Rea died at a big C. I don't believe they die at all. Not in the way they say. She's probably living the rest of her life on Tupac Island. They're all a bunch of scoundrels in the end of the day. If you can consistently lie to the whole of mankind through every living day, every second of your life, you're not a very good person, are you? That's the first marker. I'm sorry to say it. Unless, of course, they pray to God every day and say they're sorry in the living, and God knows this. But I don't think they do. I don't think they give a rat's ass about us. I really don't. Can a person still be sorry? Yes, they can. Yes, they can, can't they? That's the thing about us. Natural people, we can change our minds. I used to think I was a monkey. I used to think I lived on a ball. I used to think dinosaurs existed and nuclear bombs. But I changed my mind. I used to think Dire Straits was a male rock band. I used to think Chris Rea was a male singer. He's definitely got a male wife. Look at the distance in those eyes compared to those ones. Look at the rectangle shape. And then look at the rounded shape. He did sing that. She did sing that she was going the road to hell, right? Like you said, Jane. This is the road to hell. What's he singing that song? I'm standing by the river, but the water never flows. What does that mean, the water never flows? Because they've got hidden occult information that we don't have. He's standing by the river, but the water never flows. Imagine seeing that, a river where the water doesn't flow. Like a pond, but it's a river. That's a nice one right there, Chris. That's game over. Where do you want me to start? Let's start with the shoulder tilt and the hip twist. Look, you got the cone shape straight away. The full mince, the small face, the short arms, the wide hips. And there she is, as a young girl, as a young lady, had her breast removed. Look at that layer of fat below the face, below the jawline. It goes from chin to skin. That's not a shadow casting jaw, is it? arched eyebrows. And we are the living waters, right? In the beginning was the Word was with God, and God is the Word, the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. For me, I don't even feel like this is Christmas. Like I said, I enjoy the season with people, and the idea that in kindness and season of goodwill, I go with all of that. But I don't think Jesus was born now. I really don't. I think Jesus was conceived now, because the Bible says he was born after John the Baptist 6 months, and John the Baptist was born in March. Which puts me smack bang in September. August, September is Leo, right? Is that right? I don't know. I don't do star signs and all that bollocks. I find it more likely that he was conceived around this time rather than born. They just make it all fall into their astrological calendar. And who was born in April? John the Baptist. March, April. I could still put him in August, September, can't it? It kills me, it really does. Because nothing we know that they told us was true. And they rub Jesus in our face constantly. You see, the thing I hate about Christmas is there are children that are left out, right? And even if you are a lucky kid and you do get presents, there's some kid up the road got a better present than you, right? Because it's all about money. It's all about the haves and the have-nots. People think they're rich because they have something. We're the haves and you're the have-nots. And then there's people above them who the have-nots and the have-yachts. You know, and it just keeps going up. I just don't accept this two-tier world anymore that I've been born into. You know, where natural people are persecuted and robbed. Robbed in taxes, in health, in spirit, in knowledge. We're robbed of everything. And most people don't care. They don't care if they're being robbed of the truth. The truth is the most important thing ever. Don't care what anyone says. Because it leads you to God. And God is the truth. It's one and the same thing. These people don't want you to know that Earth is the only place. There's nothing else. There's no stars. There's no planets. There's no aliens. If aliens exist, what we think of aliens, they're demons. And they're underneath us. They kept me from my Heavenly Father for 40 odd years. So I've made up for it in the last 12. And it cost me my friends, my family, my job. It cost me everything. But I can't live my life like a normal person anymore. Nothing's the same for me anymore. I don't know about you guys, but nothing's the same for me anymore. Particularly when I'm listening to other people talking about absolute caca I just want to butt in all the time. How it gets me into trouble, so don't bother. But I hear nonsense constantly wherever I'm in shops, and I'm listening to people talking about one thing or another, and I'm just like, I want to tell them it's not real. It's psyop. Why are you all scared? Tell me. In 2 years that they had you all wearing masks, how many people did you see drop dead in the street? How many, just because they showed you it in China, how many people did you see drop dead in the streets? And it's none. All of the drop dead people came after the fact, didn't they? And if there's any truth behind all of that, oh, big pharmaceuticals, you go into jail. You go into jail, you're going to get jailed because you're a criminal. You put slaves in prison, ones that don't pay the taxes or speeding fines or parking fines. You put slaves in prison, but you jail a criminal. Criminals get jail time. There's a difference, like legal and lawful. Well, there's prison and jail, two different things. One's for a slave, legal, and one's for a criminal, lawful, when you break the law. See, most of us innately know not to break the law. You know, we don't need God's commandments to remind us, but he had to write them in stone because we're all thick as... We're all thick. Forgotten where we come from. People are like, this is the Great Awakening. What if it's not awakening? What if it's a remembering? What if we're remembering who we are as a people? And we're the first ones to acknowledge the glory. The glory that is God. I know there's people all around the world that acknowledge God and pray to God and do all this to God, but they don't have the same acknowledgement that we do of him, because we see it in the design of the world, in the way he structured physics and chemistry and biology, and he put in a periodic table, and the laws and measurements of how water and sediment filter out and layer out into oil, what sits on top of water, etc. He designed everything from scratch, and he did it in 6 days. Now they say that 1,000 years is a day to God. If that's true, then Adam spent 1,000 years of our time, one day with God, in God's presence, which is why he was the harder one to fall over Adam and Eve. But Satan knew that Adam loved Eve and he would partake in the fruit. But then when God said, why did you do that? He said, well, Adam blamed God. Adam then went, no, it wasn't me, Father. You made the woman. But the potter also made you, Adam. Is it the clay that says to the potter, you did not make me? Free will. Satan messed with it all the way through your life. He's messed with your free will. He tried to hide the truth. He tried to hide God. And he got away with it for 40 years with me. Until that one day, without an inkling of flat earth, I said, I'm not spinning. And in an instant, I realized the world was flat. And in that instant, upon recognition of I'm not spinning, and it seeing water level in my mind, water spilling off a flat earth, as soon as I said I'm not spinning, the earth's flat, God entered my life instantly. I didn't need a book, didn't need a pastor, didn't need any of these things. I just innately knew that God was there. And I've chased that feeling ever since. I can't wait to die and meet him, because I know that feeling's going to be exuberant in his presence. I wish I'd known sooner. But I suppose any younger than me 40s, I might not have understood it. I might have neglected it like our friends and family neglect what we've told them. And the only way I can get through this from day to day is to know that he chose me over them. He chose me for a reason I still don't. The only reason I can think of is because he knew I was going to shout and scream and sing his name. And the others wouldn't. That's the only reason I can imagine that he chose me. He knew I'd care. He knew I'd do this day after day, hour after hour, meme after meme, celebrity after celebrity. Where I come from, I can't tell you anyone in Grimsby who's done what I've done. Or in the surrounding villages or anything that have taken this much time out and gone and done all this. I can't name one of them. They know the earth's flat and they think that's the most important thing, but it's not. I used to think that. I used to think the flat earth was the most important message you could get, but it's not. The most important message you can get is God is real. That's the most important message. And then thereafter, how was your trick? Not what they did, not how they did it, or what they did, or when they did it. It's who did it. That's your next port of call. God, and then who did this to me? Who hid him from me? And I've got millions of these faces that I can point my fingers at. But these are all the minions of one bad spirit. And they praise that bad spirit because they know that that one's real too. You see, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing us all that he didn't exist. Chris Rea, let's get some walking pictures. Sorry, I was ranting. We've seen that one, but it's a beautiful mince, Chris. It really is. Game over. What's this one here? Oh, it's a stair fail. One step look. She has to open her knees. Look at the absolute twist of that hip look. And this is the road to hell. This is the road to hell. That's what she sang about, right? Is that air there? I don't know if that's air, but that's a mincer. She told you that this is the road to hell. And they paved it, right? They paved the road to hell. They serenaded you down it. And all of our friends and family are still being serenaded down the road to hell. The highway to hell. They told you. There's a highway to hell. John Lennon told you, imagine there's no heaven. You have to imagine there's no heaven. No hell below us. She knew there was a hell below us. We live on Middle Earth, you know, the fakery, the Lord of the Rings, the show must go on is what they say, right? The show must go on. Little do they know that the Heavenly Father's watching over them. The natural people. These people know. That's the bit that gets me. They're worshipping Satan. They know God's real. What happens to you at the end of your time here, Chris? Your time's up today, apparently, if you are dead. Your time's up today. You are on the road to hell because God exists. Was it worth it, Chris? Was your fame and fortune on earth, your false eye? Remembering this, Chris, because I know you can hear me. Remember this, Chris. All them years you spent lying, was it worth it? Because in reality, 72 years is what you got here. And you're one of the famous people, right? 72 years. It's only a minuscule amount of time of what eternity is for your soul. So 70 years on earth, 72 years on earth is the tiniest of fractions if you've got eternity in hell. Unless that's where you wanted to go. Satan lied to you and said you're going to get all these things in hell. Why would God create hell and Satan for hell if it was going to be a nice place? See, that's the equilibrium I get from all of this. Heaven's the good place. Earth is the middle earth where it can be good or bad. And then there's bad below you. You're positive and you're negative. And that little grey mark, that boundary line right in between it is where earth is. Where God gave us all free will. To believe in him or not. To find faith. Because before I knew any of this information, I would have had to found faith in the Bible to find God. And I didn't find it before. I find it now. And before anybody tells me they wrote the book, are you know, your mind, of course I know they wrote the book. They didn't write it, they translated it. This book, these Bibles, these scriptures, they existed long before the Masons got to them and added their chunk of flesh into it. The laws of nature already existed. God already existed. People knew. Before they erased God from our minds, people always knew that he existed. They knew what those first families that must have known what Adam and Eve would give up must have been heartbroken. That you got to walk and talk with God and you gave it up because of Satan tricked you. Well, that's exactly what's happening now. This is your life. You're in the Garden of Eden as far as I'm concerned. We're in the Garden of Eden. And we're screwing it up. We don't just screw up our own lives. We screw up other people's lives. Through lies and addictions, gambling, drinking, drugs. We wreck each other's lives. Drunk drivers. Suicides. Oh my gosh. The world's not meant to be like this. But like Chris told us, this is the road to hell. This is the road to ruin. Which is what Satan wants. He wants to ruin all of us. Angels with dirty faces is what we all are. Let him without sin cast the first stone, bitches. Not one of you can. So I'm not here to judge Chris. I can have these thoughts because I wonder. I don't have the answers. It's questions. They're just questions. I have questions about how nice a person Chris Rea actually could have been. But I've got these two main problems. A, you did this to your children. And B, you continue to do it to us. I hope that God is merciful to you if you're a good person. See, I don't know how much torment some of these people go through. Some of them seem to not handle this very well. And I know they're great actors. They're great actors and singers and performers. Yes, they are. I totally agree with you. They're absolutely great actors. But sometimes some of the things they say really sound truthful, like it's how they feel about it, you know, like they're not outrightly allowed to tell us what's going on, but sometimes they're allowed to tell us how they feel. Chris Rea, biologically a woman. I'm sorry, I'm ranting again. Let's go back to this one. Chris Rea back file. There she is. 1, 2, 3, 4 gates. Chris Rea. Done. But if you really are an awful soul, a possessed soul, whatever you are, if you are demonic and satanic, like we've been shown, and you go to these pizza parties and these hot dog parties and you drink blood and all the rest of it, if any of that's real, may God have mercy on your unholy spirit. May it be swift. LGBT. Let God be true and all men be liars. Close. Let me open up and cut out Chris Rea. That's going to be a long one. That's the next week's video. 45 minutes and all that. There it is. Come back. Chris Rea. Just mouse. There we go. It was 24 minutes. Not that bad. I've been known to go for an hour and 20. Create. Chris Rea. We're done. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Who's Andy Partridge? I don't even know who that is. Andy Partridge, English guitar and singer. Band XTC, never heard of them. Andy Partridge, back file. Cause I'm standing at the crossroads. The water doesn't flow. He looks like out the office. He looks like Dwight. I'm seeing Dwight out the office. Not quite the same head, but it's that female face and the eye set taffies that are doing it. This person's not famous. I've got no gates. Just, it's not happening. I'm leaving. Walking. Yeah, it's not famous enough. Leaving. Andy Partridge. Next. Open. Public Enemy. Flavor Flav. Give me a little bit of Flavor Flav. Public Enemy. Public Enemy #1. I used to love Public Enemy. Public Enemy. Oh, let's go back. I don't think I'm gonna need. Maybe Chuck D I can do. I don't need Terminator X, Sister Soldier. I don't think I'm gonna find anything on these other people. I'll do the front two. Flavor Flav. Let's take Flavor Flav first. Close that window. I can't believe she got with who did they call it? The 6 foot. What did they call him? The 6 foot. Sylvester Stallone's husband, Bridget Nielsen. Oh my gosh, what a pairing that was. Flavor Flav, the little African girl with a giant Danish dude. Where are we? I want that name, Flavor Flav. You should be in my back file. Under that, let's have a look. There is no Andy Partridge. I didn't expect it to be. Just not famous enough. Flavor Flav is though. Famous for this clock around their neck. The Beastie Boys wore a VW sign, right? Flavor Flav went for this clock, and lots of people copied her. I'm surprised the time wasn't set at 9/11 constantly. I really am. Flavor Flav. That pairing, Bridget Nielsen. Let's bring that up first. Bearing in mind, Flavor Flav, she's a very small African girl, isn't she? Flavor Flav. Bridget Nielsen. There you go. What a pairing. Look at this. I'm telling you now, those two spit roasted Flavor Flav. Oh gosh. Imagine being a girl, only 5 foot tall. You've removed your breasts and you fall in love with a great big Danish dude with knockers like that, and you stand literally chin height with his knockers. Honestly, that pairing, that couple in there. It's a good job he didn't get her pregnant. You gotta be kidding me. Look at that. Oh my gosh, if that is not transsexual from Transylvania, I don't know what is, right? With my new eyes, the eyes that I've got now, I can see it perfectly. My old eyes, I would have just seen the giant blonde girl and the little black man. That's what I would have seen. Right now, it is so powerful. The forensics is so powerful. Those hips right there, I'm instantly, you're a woman, just based solely on the size of those chicken nom-noms. I mean, black girls do have junk in the trunk, don't you, girls? Flavor Flav is popping junk in the trunk right there. And then you got this absolute... It looks like an Oscar. He looks like an Oscar. That's what he looks like. He looks like an Oscar. There is no way on this earth that anyone can tell me that that is not a square Danish jawline. A Viking, that's a Danish Viking. And that right there is an egghead. Look at the difference in those jawlines. It is so obvious. But what a coupling that was. Look at the shoulder on Bridget Nielsen. Look at her face. Oh gosh, Bridget Nielsen. Look at that Adam's apple. Look at that neck. You gotta be kidding me. That's just a huge Danish dude. Look at the shoulders on him. I can literally, and I mean literally, stand a Big Mac, a large fries, and a large Coke on them shoulders, and they would not fall off. He is massive. I mean, with Stallone, it's obvious to me now. Look at the size of him. And Stallone's quite a tall girl, right? What was she? 5'10". She's my size, isn't she? Sylvester, to say. Tall for a girl. But that is just... It is so redonkulous to me now. I used to think Sly was lucky. Because that was my idea of an Amazonian woman. But it's not. It's a fucking bloke with boobs. And I even think, Lord forgive me, I have sinned. I'm sure I've jacked off to him. Even if I haven't, Lord, forgive me for even having the thought. There is no way on this earth that passes me now. Neither does this. This don't pass. I had more trouble with the FTMs than I did with the MTFs. I just couldn't believe that you could do that to a woman. Or that a woman would want to do that to herself. The men, they made it obvious to me all the way through my life. Dame Edna Everage, Julian Clary, you name it. They showed me, Mrs. Doubtfire, they showed me all the way through. But this, they only showed me Victoria, basically, growing up. So this was much harder for me to understand the males, the FTMs, the women. The males I could see, the FTMs were much harder for me to understand. The gates made it so much easier. But then I got really good at skulls. When I first started, I was not good at skulls. It came together at the same time, the faces and the gates. And then I could just do it. If you can't see the male skeleton, look at those big... What do you reckon they are? They're Westler's hot dogs. That's what they are. They're Westler's hot dogs for sure. Look at the massive shoulders, the flat, broad chest. Forget the fake tatters. They're just bolted on. They're bolt-on boobs, look. Look at the size of this armpit here. Look at the rib cage. It's wrong. Women do not have big rib cages. Even a tall woman doesn't. It's 40% smaller than a man's. Even if you grow a big like this, the woman will still be slender. she'll still have narrow shoulders. She will not look like a brick shit house. Look at the fucking size of them shoulders. Oh my gosh, look at this. It's the angel of death. It's coming for your Flavor Flav. Oh my gosh, that is a beast. It is. That is a in G unit. Oh look, they put the MK Ultra leopard sex print, sex kitten clothes. Do you know, if it had carried on the way it was, do you think any of us would have noticed when we saw that picture? Like, to me now, that is just so obvious. Doing a Mason claw, a triad claw, it's so obvious, as above, so below. Just the state of it, it's beyond obvious to me that this is happening. Do you think we would have noticed when we saw a picture like that? Or would we still be in confused? That fucking picture there is terrible. Look at this! It's so wrong. Boys with boobs, little women pretending to be men. It's messed up. It really is. It's backwards. It's inverted. The Bible states that it is esteemed as the potter's clay to turn everything they tell us upon its heads. 180 degrees, 666. Reverse the... Send the spell back to Satan. Because that's what you're under. You're under Satan's spell that this is a beautiful 6 foot tall woman when it's quite clearly a man, when you know how a skeleton is supposed to look for a woman. Look at the chin to thigh ratio. If it was a woman, 6 foot tall, she'd have 40% less neck in thinness, in width, and in length, even at that height. Same with a rib cage, 40% less than a man. I'm doing Flavor Flav lot. I'm looking at Bridget Nielsen. Sen and Man Code. Nielsen. Right, Flavor Flav. Fuck that picture. Let's go back. Flavor Flav. It's a woman, final answer. Let's get your face. Absolute woman. Soft, rounded, sloping jawbone. Tiny, high-set ears. Rounded look. Open eye sockets. Pink and kissable small mouth. And I know underneath there's a 5 head. Somewhere. Flavor Flav walking. We're looking at Flavor Flav. And there it is. It's a game over shot. I know it's slightly offset, but you can see the feet are tilted outwards. This one towards 8 o'clock. That one towards 4 o'clock. She's full mincing. You can't get any better than the full mince. There's another one. Look, the whole band. Look at this! What do you reckon they all are? 4 foot tall. They're like dinky rappers, aren't they? Like miniature rappers. Mincing from Flamingo with Diamond. And whoever that is there. I know that's a full mince. Get it out. You know, you can't deny it after a while. When you get used to seeing it, you cannot deny it. And when you go out in the streets, don't expect to see this everywhere you go. Remember, these are frozen in time, frozen moments in time. However, if you take a pair of spy glasses or whatever and record people, you will get these gates. Just when people are walking, you don't see it as clean as the stills. Understand this. Justin Theroux. It's not who we're looking for. We're looking for Flavor Flav. I do believe we're done. I don't think there's any more gates. What my backy file saying? Flavor Flav. There she is. Post. Tweet. Twitty. There she is. Flavor Flav. 1, 2, 3, 4 gates. I'm missing the one we've just seen. But where are these? That's the question. I've got one here. 2. I've got 2. They're both nice gates, though. That's a really nice mince, isn't it? Again, they all do it. Look, they tell you to shh. Why? Why are they shushing us? What do they not want us to... Oh, my gosh. Look at the mouth difference on Flavor Flav to Serena. Serena Williams. There's a real African male and there's a real African female. They reach a point, they must do. They must reach a point where they've got all the money, they've got all the fame. What else have you got to do with your life? It's all predicted for them, right? It's already scripted. And to an extent, so is your life. Yours is predicted that you're going to believe in a ball, that you believe you're descended from monkeys. This prediction is true for all of us, right? Someone made it quite pertinent today to me. It's not a public school, it's a government-run school. To govern your mind, to govern your mentality, to government. They govern our mentality from the ages of 4 upwards, if not before. We've got poisons in us because of them. Because we believe everything their scientists say. These people don't do the jibby jabbies like we lot do. I'm telling you now. I was looking at, well, I don't know what to call it, Thimerosal or whatever it's called. So potent, but yeah, it's in all the knickknacks. You've got to be kidding me. Along with mercury, aluminium. It's something like 72 poisons now. I was given 3. On the basis that putting a little bit of shit in me will stop me from catching shit later on. It's nonsense. Gandhi said it from the 20s. It's a barbaric act to inject a newborn baby on the day it's born with that much shit and expect nothing to happen. Truth in plain sight from Gandhi. Remember, they give us all the heroes, the people that we love and adore, like Gandhi. People all around the world love him, adore Gandhi, who's a false idol, a false yogi, a false teacher. My only teacher is Jesus Christ. God, my Heavenly Father, in his wisdom, foresaw what Satan was going to do and gave his one and only begotten Son, the Son of Man, who interprets over as God in the flesh, born of a woman, human in nature, died like a man. The real living God, that can't happen to him. Because he's a spirit. Spirit of God moved across the waters. There's a certain amount of happiness that they took away from me for all my life that was never there, that's present now. That happiness is in knowing that God exists. That this is just a flicker book for the future. Yeah, I've screwed up, but I can be redeemed in God's eyes. And just on the off chance that I can get through to another brother or sister, a natural, should I say, just on the off chance that I can get through to another natural, that God exists, I'll do it until my last breath. I'll do it every day. Because no one else wants to, that's why. It's not for money, it's not for fame, it's not for glory. I don't get nothing for doing this other than to meet God when this is over. And I get to do it with my head held high, even though I've made up, I've committed sins, I've stolen, I've lied, I've cheated. Oh, so many things I've done wrong in my life. but I wouldn't have done none of them if Satan had made this world the way he made it. Greedy, money grabbing, swindling, conniving, sneaky shysters, the lot of them. There is no money in God's will. I've said it before. There is no money in God's will. And God's will be done. It will. Flavor Flav's a girl. Did I post that picture? I think I did. I did. Let's come back to class. Let's take Flavor Flav out of this picture. We can put you in there, I think. Public Enemy, Flavor Flav. 18 minutes. I was ranting again, man. I'm sorry. Oh, maybe not. It might have been the big, tall Danish guy that got me. Public Enemy. Flavor Flav. Paste. Create. Next is Chuck D. He's the other rapper, isn't he? From Public Enemy. It's the only one I know. Let's see if Chuck D's got any gates. Otherwise we're wasting our lives. Okay. He's in that photo there, but I don't know which one. There she is, right there, full mints. That's a very strange gate right there, that one. Strange body shape as well. Big fat girl. Yeah, there is no gates for Chuck D, I don't think. Yeah, it's not happening. It's not famous enough, sorry. Let's do another one. Public Enemy. Was it Flavor? I did copy and paste it, I did. Let's do another one. Who is it? It's going to be The Doors, Jim Morrison. Come on, baby, light my fire. Gonna set this world on fire. You know that it would be untrue. Baby, people say this is, who is it? Rush Limbaugh. They say it's a double role actor. You know how I like to prove these pricks wrong with the double actors. Jim Morrison should come up. There we go. Young. There's Jim Morrison, young. Let's open that up real quick. You know that it would... Do you know who he looks like there? I'm seeing Val Kilmer. It's the lips. Small, high-set ears. Never trust a man whose eyes are too close together. Oh, boy. Look. It's a long down and a short wide female face. Even as a child, you can see him, right? Nothing changes. Just the face fills out a bit more as I get older. So there's... he looks a bit like Matt Damon as well. Anyone else seeing Matt Damon? Who did I say? Rush Limbaugh. Rush Limbaugh. They say that this is Jim Morrison. That's Jim Morrison. Do you know who he looks like? He looks like the wrestler, the King. What do they call him? I can't remember his name. Looks Jerry Lawler. He looks like Jerry Lawler. Who's Jerry Lawler? I can hear you now, Jerry Lawler. It's uncanny. It's Rush Limbaugh lot. Let's go back. Rush Limbaugh lot. You just saw it there, right? This is what they do. They just say anybody's anybody. Morgan Freeman's Jimi Hendrix, and it's just Jim Carrey's Joe Biden. You're winding me up. Rush Limbaugh, young. You know that it would be untrue. Baby, if I say to you, come on, baby, light my fire. He looks like that thing off the Fast Show where he goes, jazz. Yeah, Rush Limbaugh, young. Is that the youngest picture of Rush? You know that it would be untrue. I saw another one. Go back a picture. There. Is that Rush Limbaugh there? Which one's Rush? Biography. Rush Limbaugh. It's one of them two. I don't know which one. They've both got eye set ears. Do. I come not praise Lush Bauer, but to bury him. No, it's someone else. Oh my gosh, that was an egghead, wasn't it? Is that Rush Limbaugh? Is that really Rush Limbaugh? I see a girl. I do. Eye set ears, close set eyes, open eye sockets, widow's peak, dial M for Masons, long down, short wide. Chin to thingy ratio with no neck and trachea either. I don't know. Maybe that's someone else. That's the one we're looking at though. But that does not look like that, does it? Jim Morrison. And that's how you pull them apart. Just go to young pictures of them. Right, Jim Morrison, where are we? Did I put your name in the back file? No, I didn't. Let's go back. Doors. Do. I don't think I need to do the rest of the band, do I? We'll have a look at Ray. And we'll have a look at Robbie, but I don't think this ain't going to be any good. Let's close the doors and go after Jim Morrison. Are you in my back file, Jim? I didn't put you in. Let's find out. Paste. Jim Morrison. Jim M. I should find... Oh my gosh. This mouse. Jim M. Search. Right, it's searching for Jim Morrison. Whilst it does, we'll come back up. Images. She's got wonky titties. It was the first thing I saw with Bruce Lee. The nipples are offset. Literally a tiny rib cage. A woman's breastplate rib cage narrows here. It narrows to support a baby. A man's is much wider. Never trust a man whose eyes are too close together. No brow bone. Bellowing forehead. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a woman. It's part of the disguise. Beards, moustaches, monocles, spectacles, pipes. They disguise themselves with bits and pieces. Is that really Jim Morrison? It doesn't look like Jim Morrison, does it? Again, I'm seeing Val Kilmer. Really am seeing Val Kilmer. Let's just open up Jim Morrison walking. You know that it would be untrue. Done. Heel and toe, one foot in front of the other. And again there, what has he got on his face there? What is that? I can't see what I'm looking at. It's not another donkey, is it? That's got to be one of the funniest mistakes I've ever made in my life. Inline footfall again. Oh, there's a nice one, if that's you, Jim. Right there, and it is. Jim Morrison fails forensics. It's a girl. I'm out of pictures. You know that it would be untrue. Yeah, he did play Val Kilmer did play Jim Morrison in The Doors, yeah. I wonder if it's his mum. I wonder if that's his mum. It wouldn't surprise me, would it you? Who am I doing? Jim Morrison. Is that really Jim Morrison? That can't be the right Jim Morrison. No, there's Jim Morrison. Come on, baby, light my fire. That's Flavor Flav, Div. Good job, I saw it. Jim Morrison, son of man code. Dink. Right, Jim's done. Let's get rid of Jim. Who's the next one? Ray Mazanak, was it? Man. They had to put man in there. Look, son of man code. Rayman. The Rayman. Oh my gosh. Raymond. Oh, you've got a long face, haven't you, bitch? Oh, it's Senator John Kerry. Look at those soft eyes, high set ears. Widow's peak. Widest in the hairline. That's a sloping jawline. Pork chop sideburns on a woman. Women, know your limits. I'm seeing Stephen Merchant a little bit. Not quite the same rounded face that Merchant's got. There's your Getty Seal. On Manzarak. I've never heard of her. But then again, I only knew Jim Morrison from the Doors. The rest of the band I didn't give a rat's ass about. Same with most bands, right? You can't name the guitarist or whatever. Walking. Ray Manzarak. There's no Gates. He might be in this picture here somewhere, but I can't be asked to tell you which one it is. Or this one. He'll be one of them in there. There's hardly any pictures for Ray Manzarak. It's not even worth me looking, is it? Same with this one. Robbie Krieger. Walking. We'll go straight for the gate, Robbie, because it's not there. You're not famous enough. Yeah, it's not there. He might be in this picture here, but I don't know which one he is. Right, we're done. Jim Morrison, thanks for playing CSI. Let's put you in the back in the public channel. Jim Morrison. 5 minutes. Yep. Jim Morrison. Jim Morrison. Son of man code. Hello, Susanna. What time is it? Oh, it's 20 to 11. I've been going 2 hours, 40 minutes. That'll do me. Love you and leave you. I hope you had a nice time. Just remember, God loves you. I'll be back tomorrow. He's got a message for you. He wants you to know that you were born into an inside out, upside down, back to front, tipsy, topsy, turvy world. Thank you very, very much for watching, boys and girls. To all you natural skull checkers and forensic students out there, good night, God bless, and goodbye. Good night, Tubbs. Good night, Lynn. Bye. Bye, Jane.